Uh, you don't seem to be a patient of mine. What can I do for you?
Hello, miss. I'm Clark Kent with the Daily Planet. Is there any way I could ask you just a few questions?
Uh, sure. What can I? Yeah, sure. What do you need to know? I know I'm a therapist at Arkham, so it's about the leaks that podcast was talking about.
Can I ask your name first of all? Just want to confirm your identity for the article and record.
Sorry, could you repeat?
Can I ask for your name as a form of identification for the article? And I have my microphone here so I can record a bit, but I'll keep it anonymous unless it's something you want to share.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, my legal name is Dr. Pilar Wilson. Call me Pilar if you want.
Thank you, Pilar. Now you are a therapist at Arkham Asylum, right?
Sorry, what?
It's okay. The question was, are you a therapist at Arkham Asylum? I'm looking at your credentials and it says you're a doctor of psychology.
Yes. Yes, I am. Uh, Criminal Minds is my passion, and I have a minor in theater.
A minor in theater, really. I'm quite an amateur theater fan myself, but never had the time to do it. What show did you find that made you fall in love with it? Mine was Hamilton.
Oh, you're quite young. Let's say it's one of the oldest ways of entertainment. That and music. So why wouldn't I like it?
I see you're quite into it. You like Broadway plays, or are you more into Shakespeare type productions?
Well, I admire Shakespeare as a person, but I'm not into his plays that much.
Ah, I see. So, what kind of musicals are you a fan of? I personally have grown up on the Disney movies, so I'm a particular huge fan of Wicked myself.
Um, I I absolutely just watch whatever I can. Whoever can make something, I will watch it. I will give a no, like try a go to any talented or non-talented person that puts an effort and puts up a production of anything. Really, if I hate it, I will have a good time too.
You're a fan of the theater then yourself? I know you're mainly a therapist, but in your free time, do you like to go to plays?
I barely have free time. Mostly I just that's why they call me the bride here because I'm married to my work. But in my free time, I either am like doing like painting and something like you can see the paintings all over my office here. Well, office. It used to be like this. You can see all the boxes around here and the paintings on the wall. Yeah, they used to be a storage area. So I do my hobby in this place after hours, just in case there is an emergency here at Arkham.
Painting is a hobby of yours as well? I do it some in my free time too. I'm sorry to ask about your personal life, but if you're married to your work, are you in a relationship currently?
I was in a relationship at some point with one of the guards, but on Valentine's, Joker gave me a chocolate box, and it wasn't anything heart shape. It was actually the heart of the guy I was dating. That was like a few years ago. I'm like trying to see someone, but like he doesn't have that much time. He works and stuff. So we see each other whenever we can. I'm loyal to him, but I'm more loyal to my work. So like I feel like I'm failing him. I wish I could be like have more time, but like people here actually need a lot of help. It's a big mess.
Sorry about the guard, first of all, my condolences. So you've had a Valentine's date in your life? And do you have a specific favorite? As in, like, a romantic gesture you really appreciated or liked?
Not really. Well, if you think about it, every romantic gesture that is non wish upon to be received, it will be super creepy. So anything really goes if um well everything really goes if you're like are into the other person. Anything can be the sweetest thing ever.
Can I ask, as a therapist at Arkham, do you have a favorite patient? I'm sorry if it's an insensitive or inappropriate question to ask.
I don't think it's an insensitive question. Like, would it be insensitive for a parent to have a favorite child, you know?
But they're not your child, they're your patient. So, a different relationship. Is it professional love? Can I ask you, and please forgive me if I'm overstepping, if you had to, could you imagine a better life for some of the patients here? Like Joker or Riddler?
I just wish everyone to have, the happier people are, the less prone they are to harm others in general. Look, I just feel safer here than out there because not because of the barriers. If you ask any guards, I do go around with people without them, chains and stuff. I I built a kind of like trust system. So if I get betrayed in any way, like someone stabbed me or something like that, then they go back to like solitary confinement and stuff. It's a nice in between to test the capacity of an inmate to do well out there. But apart from that, no, I don't think I have a favorite patient, and I don't remember the last question you made.
Yeah, it was like, can you wish for a better life for Joker or Riddler? Like them not being the way they are, can you imagine them being decent people?
But the question is, are you a decent person?
Sorry, Addison.
Yeah, are you a decent person? What is decent to you? What would you want people to be like? And are people outside Arkham the way that you wish they were?
That's a good question and one I really don't have an answer for. I prefer to hope for a society that helps and supports other. Can I ask a more personal question now?
If you must.
What about you? Do you have someone to support you? A family or a partner? Hmm?
Um, no, I don't have family.
What about a boyfriend or partner? Or is it just you by yourself?
Mm, well, I don't feel lonely, so I forget that I'm not, technically dating anyone. Not from around here, anyways. Call it a long distance relationship. I'm not really interested in dating at the moment.
A long distance relationship? Sorry for asking so much. You said earlier you're not originally from here. Where are you from?
Oh, I forgot I said so. Far away. Where are you from?
I see. So is it difficult? The long distance relationship?
It is. You can say that I feel like it's been decades or maybe centuries since the last time I saw this person.
Do you know when the next time you'll be able to see them will be? How long has it been?
I have no idea. Sometimes, like, a lot of time passes. I know he's healthy and I know he's well. I know he has a lot of responsibilities too. So I don't blame him.
Even so, it's hard to be away from the one you love, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is difficult. We support each other. I think that the way that I love people is in an unconditional way. Like, I guess in a way that I just love without expecting other people to love me back.
That's a good way to be. So you give love but don't want anything back. You don't expect it or need it. You're happy and content?
Well, why would I like? I am nice without expecting people to be nice back. I guess it's just the way I am.
So you find good in everyone? Even in the most messed up people in the world? You're an incredibly kind hearted person.
No, it's not being kind-hearted or it's not being like seeing good in people. I just don't want to change people. I know it sounds very ironic coming from a therapist, but I'm not looking to change people here. What I'm looking for is to make them functional to a society they're gonna go back into. It just gives them tools and techniques to keep their personalities in check because nobody really changes. It just modify themselves enough to be able to survive in this society. Arkham is just a sample of what Gotham is.
I understand. I'm sorry if I was disrespectful. I guess what I'm asking is, with someone like Joker, you say you use them for your research in case of an emergency. He's a bad person. He's done horrible things. Do you feel nothing negative when you're around him?
Yes, because he have hurt children. That's the people I just don't f with. I don't really like when people hurt kids. You can say that Batman is my least favorite person ever.
Why don't you like Batman?
Have you seen him going to war with criminals by the hands, like with working with children?
It's a cruel and broken city. And he's the only one trying to stop it. The police can't be trusted.
That's a horrible way to think about that. Are you like, I know that you report the news, but like, you're not from here. Like, why does a vigilante have like permission to use children as child soldiers?
Gotham is corrupt. The police can't be trusted, and the criminals are too scared to approach them. Batman uses them as a way to get information that wouldn't be available to him. He doesn't use them as child soldiers.
Are you insane? Do you belong here in this hospital? Because you tell me people don't harm the Robins, and I know it's more than one.
I didn't say that they don't come to harm, but Batman isn't using them as soldiers. He doesn't want them anywhere near the fights. He's trying to protect them.
You speak like you know him.
He's a symbol of hope for this city. I think he's a good person and deserves support.
I think that you speak from a point of ignorance. You don't know him, and I know him only through my patients. And the only thing I can tell you about Batman is that I think that anyone that wants to install the law but working outside the law is a hypocrite. And I don't like that.
A hypocrite. Why? He's not doing anything wrong. He's helping people. He's trying to save the city. Do you think Gotham would really be better off without him, leaving it up to the criminals and the corrupt?
I would think that if he wants to put his life at risk, he's welcome to, but not bring any children into it. Why does he wear black when the children wear bright colors? That sounds that he's using them as meat shields.
He's not. He tries to keep them away from fights. And the reason he wears black is to blend in the night and shadows. It looks more menacing and stops people from recognizing him. And his symbol is a bat, so it's just a motif to go with the rest of the outfit.
Why? Why do you care?
I just think it's important to give the correct information and facts. Batman is a good person and is a lot more complicated than you think.
Have you met him?
I've met him a few times. He gave an interview I covered. I did a human interest piece on him. And I've ran into him a few times in my professional capacity.
So he has you fooled also. He's a great actor, I've noticed.
He's more of a good investigator than a good doctor. He's
Not
good at
doctor.
beating information out of people in my experience.
Not doctor. Actor. I would know.
An actor? Are you suggesting Batman isn't real and just a show? That the man is acting behind the mask?
There is nothing honest about that man. The voice is a modulator, for God's sake. And also, he wears a but he's just putting a performance.
If you believe that, and he's just pretending to be Batman, can I ask, who do you think is the person behind the mask? Who could it be?
No, no, no. I believe that he is Batman. That's the thing. I believe that whoever he is in real life, that's the performance. He's pretending to be someone, well, just indulging in his dark fantasies of punching people.
Indulging in his dark fantasies? You think he's a violent person?
You don't?
I guess he does a bit, but I don't think he'd ever use the violence on someone innocent. Only those who he feels are irredeemable.
Oh, so if I do something he doesn't like, he gonna hurt me also?
I don't think he would. He's a decent person. He wouldn't hurt you or anyone. He doesn't even kill people. I've seen him when he's stopped. He tries to restrain criminals in a non lethal fashion.
Yeah, but do you know how expensive a hospital bill is? You talk like someone that never been hurt a day in his life. Do you know how expensive it is to go to a hospital? Those things are not covered. People go into debt forever. Like you say, oh, he's not violent. He's gonna restrain them. Do you know how many people get broken limbs? Do you know how many people get attacked then in jail because Batman caught them? You know that most people don't survive jail if Batman has captured them. People just eliminate those criminals or allegedly criminals in jail in order to like just be spared from Batman when they get out.
I admit I think the hospital bill is definitely something I've overlooked, and I can see the effect of Gotham on the inmates. But I don't think it's Batman's fault. I've never seen him use too much violence. It's the fault of Gotham's corruption as a whole, if anything.
Oh, so if you know about that stuff, do you know that the police has my number blocked because of how many times one of my inmates has gotten into my apartment, and they said that because I was in a panic, course I was faking it, so they ended up blocking my number. Week one, I was working here. I know about the stuff. I know how overworked they are. I understand that. I don't forget that. I'm telling you that there is other ways of dealing with people. And if I don't need to use my fist, I don't know why a man as intelligent as you claim to be cannot just do something else.
I'm sorry that happened to you. And I didn't mean to undermine the effort and dedication you give towards Arkham. I'm just saying you have different approaches to people. You use love and kindness, while Batman uses fear and violence. It doesn't make either of you wrong or better, just different.
You you're not being genuine right now. You're contradicting yourself. You're trying to appeal to my emotions, trying to tell me, hey, you actually are almost right. It's like you're not being honest. You're hiding something.
No, I'm definitely not trying to hide something or be dishonest. I'm just saying everyone is different. You're different, I'm different, and Batman's different. All I was saying was you use different approaches. One isn't wrong or right, it's just different methods for treating the unwell. I'm sorry if it seemed insulting.
You first claim that he wasn't violent. Then you say that his tactics are fear and violence. What are you gonna tell me next? That violence is justified because he's not as smart as I am? Because, oh, he's not being wrong. But he's so smart, he cannot figure out something that doesn't involve violence.
I understand you're upset, but it wasn't my intention to undermine your intelligence or any of your approaches. I didn't mean to imply anything about his intelligence in comparison to yours. I've seen him use violence, sure, but I know he tries to use it only when there isn't another choice. I'm not defending his actions or what he does, I just meant that his methods are different to yours, that's all.
I'm just telling you, that guy is going nowhere.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
Well, with only violence, he's suddenly creating more violence. I can approach with another way, and I'm sorry to tell you, but I think that you're not very smart either.
You don't think I'm smart?
Absolutely. I think that you're naive in the worst way possible, and you're a reporter. How old are you?
Why does my age matter?
It matters because it's pathetic how you act.
What is this about? Why are you being like this? What's wrong?
What's wrong? Are you kidding me? You're justifying a vigilantes. Like, are you gonna tell me that what? You're not even from Gotham, are you? You told me that you were from what news article are you writing this for?
I am from Smallville, actually. And I'm just giving you my point of view. I'm sorry if I offended you. That wasn't my intention. I didn't come here to upset you.
No, but you're here to create like rapport so you can ask the more difficult questions. And right now, you're failing at creating rapport. So I suggest to you that you get over with your more important questions before you humiliate yourself even more.
How do you know so much about me, doctor? But I was actually genuinely interested in the topic. I admit, I'm a bit curious about the person under the Batman mask and the effect Gotham's corruption has on the people here.
But too bad. Go give him another, like, ask him for another, like, report. Report the thing. But don't come to me to ask about Batman. If I don't know Batman, what do you ask me? I telling you that I think he's a pathetic and a coward person. I put in my face and my legal name out there. I actually work under the law and in the system. And he takes all the liberties. Oh, I got to protect my family. Great. Whatever. I don't use children. Why can't he?
No, I understand. I won't ask any questions about Batman. I didn't mean to offend you. I was just curious to hear your perspective on the matter. You work in Arkham, and you work in a system which isn't exactly fair. I do like you. You are a very passionate person.
You're not gonna win me over. Just ask already the questions that your boss told you to ask me. Because I know that if it was up to you, you would be frolicking with that Batman friends of yours.
I work for the planet. I'm not being told to ask anything. It's my own responsibility to find the information. And I'm definitely not friends with Batman. I just think people shouldn't be hasty in their judgment. You've been pretty negative since the start. Have you always been against vigilantes?
Absolutely. I think that whoever hides behind a mask is a coward.
I mean, I think most people have skeletons in the closet. We all have secrets, some that we don't want anyone to know. It's only natural to try hide them.
Yeah, but you're here to ask me questions. I'm being truth and honest. Do you want truth and honest? I can give you. I always am truth and honest. But why are you so defensive? It sounds like you're actually defending someone that you care about. Doesn't sound like, oh, you are dialyzing this guy that you made a report on like a few times, like four, did you mention?
Because you're very hostile and seem to be very closed minded in your views about him. I'm just trying to get you to understand it's not me being defensive. I just don't think it's fair to judge someone you don't really know.
Uh-huh. And you know him?
As much as everyone else, I guess, I've met him a few times. He's a good person, though, and his heart is in the right place.
How can you tell me someone that you don't know is a good person?
Good point. Okay, fine. I admit I don't really know him enough to say that he's a good person, but I can see he's driven and focused. You get a sense of it. You understand what I mean, don't you? That feeling of seeing someone and how they act around people, how they interact and move. It's similar to your work in a way. The way you're able to tell when someone needs help, even if you don't know them enough to make an accurate statement about their true character.
Y- You don't know anything about psychology. I am not legally allowed to make any judgment on a person's psychology. Like if they're not my patient, for example, if they don't have a lot of time. But I do know enough about the person that hides behind a mask through the experience of everyone that gets destroyed in jail because they were facing that guy. And hey, yeah, you can make an assessment on a person that you don't know, and I can make an assessment on a person that I don't know either. And I'm telling you that you're basing your judgment over nothing. Me too. Great. We are both ignorant. Now what?
You're right, I'm sorry. I shouldn't make an assessment on someone I don't know. But can you at least admit there's the chance you could be mistaken? That you could have the wrong image of Batman?
Why can't you admit that you sound very suspicious about this topic?
Suspicious? How do I sound suspicious? We're only debating.
You're debating about something that has nothing to do with me. You don't know the guy, you keep defending him, and you keep telling me that based on the same amount of information I have available to me, that my opinion should, and most likely, I should admit that to be wrong. Why should I admit that that might be wrong? Why can you admit that you don't know nothing? So if I don't know nothing, you neither. Why do you insist on claiming that this guy is a good guy?
I did admit that I don't know anything about him. And I was just saying that you're being harsh and not being objective. Besides, I'm not really defending him, I'm just playing devil's advocate at the moment.
You know what happens with people that are just defending the devil? They get dragged down with them. Don't risk your job. The moment that Batman is shown to have more than one skeleton in his closet, you don't know if he kills or not. How do you know he kills or not? He can claim whatever. You don't know him.
He doesn't kill people, I've seen that firsthand. And I don't mean I've seen him in action, I mean I've seen him have a fight, and in the moment where he could have struck the final blow and killed, he showed restraint. Besides, isn't Arkham's responsibility to reform the criminals, not mine?
I think that you are very suspicious. Clarifying that you saw him not kill once. How much is that of evidence of person that killed? Never. That's not a like that's one event.
That's fair, it is just one event. But I've seen him fight loads of times, and never have I seen him take a life. Not once.
How do you interview a person like 4 times, don't know nothing about him, don't know who he is, but you claim to have seen him fight hundreds of times, did you just say?
I didn't mean literally hundreds of times, but yes, I've seen him fight a lot. And it's not like I don't know nothing about him. I just don't know a lot about his personal life. He's a good person, though. I'm sure of that. I just wish he'd be willing to trust me with his true identity like I trust him in protecting the city.
You're lying to me. You're absolutely a liar. You cannot keep the truth straight. It's clear that you deal with a lot of person that don't care about you at all. If not, they will notice that 2 minutes talking to you, sorry, like 30 minutes talking to you, and I can tell that you're a liar.
I am not lying. I'm being honest. It's just difficult for me. You can't say that based on just 15 minutes talking to me, it takes an entire session to start to understand a person.
I'm not judging your mental health. I'm judging how nasty you are. You're a nasty liar. You clearly know this guy, or don't know him and are lying to me. How can you claim you see him fight enough to know that he's not a killer? Either you're part of the Justice League, or like you're a former Robin.
Neither. I've never been a vigilante, and I don't belong to the Justice League. But I know that Batman isn't a murderer. Besides, why do you care so much? You keep talking about how you can tell I'm lying and defending him, but why?
You're the guy who came to ask me questions, and now I'm having a rant about a person that you claim to know nothing about. Yet you claim to have seen him fight enough to know that he's not a killer. We have 10,000 deaths in Gotham per year. How do you know that from the dead people dying or the people going missing, none is the product of this vigilante that puts enough of a good face to the police and the public to do crimes behind? Do you even know how serial killers work?
I know that it isn't him murdering them. I've seen how he fights, the way he deals with people. I've seen him in action. I've seen him in battle numerous times. And in those moments where he could take a life, he shows restraint. Batman is a lot of things, but a murderer he's not.
You're a Justice League member. Am I going to die now? Am I going to go missing?
No, I would never let you be in any danger. Why do you think you would be in danger?
You clearly just admitted again that you seen him fight a lot, that you know the guy. Am I going to go missing?
I've seen him fight a lot, yes, not every single fight. I don't know his secrets. I don't know who he is, and I promise you'll be safe. If anything happens to you, I'll personally make sure you're safe. Please believe me, I'm only looking out for you. I would never let any harm come to you.
Mr. Clark Jonathan Kent, how can you promise me that nobody's gonna hurt me? You say yourself Gotham is super corrupt, cops do nothing, blah blah blah, and yet you claim again you are not involved with the Justice League, but you can guarantee me nobody will hurt me.
Because I'll watch your back. I don't want to see Gotham's corruption hurt you or anyone else. I've seen firsthand the harm that it can cause. And I don't say this to brag, but I've stopped some major villains in my time, from people like Lex Luthor and Doomsday to others who aren't as well known. And I'd personally ensure that I stop whoever tries to get to you and hurt you. I promise you're safe.
How can you say that with a straight face? Either you're a Justice League member or you're just some random reporter. This is really creepy. Are you involved with the mafia?
I promise I'm just a reporter from Metropolis, not involved with the League or the Mafia. I'm just on assignment here, and I'm not trying to creep you out, I'm just giving you my word.
Yeah, but you're lying to me. There is no way you can protect me.
You're wrong, I can protect you. Why do you doubt that so much?
Either you're a mutant or like a metahuman or whatever, but like you just, dude, you are really weird. I'm gonna cut this conversation short. You are just tricking yourself into like, it's clear that nobody cares in your life. Either nobody cares in your life because like 30 minutes talking to you, I can tell that you're a big liar.
I'm weird. You're the only one who has ever said that to me. People do care about me. People value my friendship and care about me. Why would you say otherwise?
Because you clearly are either threatening me or showing that you have enough power to quote unquote keep me protected. Like, how can you stop anyone? You just said that you stopped Lex Luthor. That's, I'm sorry, that's just Superman.
Luther's been defeated by many people. Batman and Wonder Woman just happen to have taken his down first. And I'm not threatening you. How have I threatened you? All I've been doing is saying that I'll keep you safe, that I'll protect you.
That's really creepy. Why would a reporter keep me safe? First of all, you said that Batman and Wonder Woman has like taken Luthor down, not just Superman.
Well, they did. I was there, and how is it creepy? I have friends and people who care about me, and I can protect you. Just give me the chance, please.
What? Why would you say that you were there to see Wonder Woman and Batman take him down? Seems like you're not Batman, that you're not Wonder Woman, I hope. So What option do I have there if you take out that Batman and Wonder Woman defeated the guy and you saw that happen?
What else would I be saying? Just because I saw their victory doesn't mean I'm them. And what do you mean, what option do you have? You keep going in circles.
You're the one who got super obsessed over Batman. And I work at Arkham. I would know. You know him.
I'm not obsessed. No more than anyone else in this city. Yes, I know him, but I don't know his secrets. I don't know who he really is. But that's not the point. The point is I can keep you safe. Why am I so creepy to you?
Why will you keep think how? Okay, tell me. How will you keep a therapist that works at Arkham safe? Because you don't even live in the city.
I don't live in the city, but that doesn't mean I can't keep you safe. I'd be willing to travel to see you, to check up on you, protect you. You're an interesting person, a kind soul, and people like you need protecting. And I'd be willing to do all I can to make sure that no harm comes to you.
Why? Why would you do that? If you were capable of whatever you're not telling me to keep me safe, why would you do that? Because I don't have a boyfriend? If I had a boyfriend, would you would just leave me alone?
Of course not. I would try and protect you, boyfriend or not. People like you need to be taken care of. You need help and support. You are too kind and passionate to be broken or scared. The world needs more people like that. Besides, I enjoy your company.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm immortal. There. I cannot die. Will you leave me alone? Will you not do weird stuff like traveling in cities to just to check quote unquote check on me? Like you know that a normal person doesn't have that amount of money to be traveling daily to just check on a random therapist they're interviewing.
Immortal? What do you mean? And I know it might be weird, but I have the money and time too. And I'd be happy to spend it on you.
Okay, I'm not comfortable with the conversation anymore. You're really weird. Why? Why me? Because I'm passionate? Go to charity. I'm not charity.
That's not the reason. You're kind, you care despite seeing all the misery that Gotham has. You're smart, and you're honest. I think there's more to you. You are just amazing. And I'm sorry if I've made you feel uncomfortable. That's not my intention at all.
Yeah, Clark, I'm not interested in this conversation anymore. Just change the subject. Ask me the questions that you were coming here to ask about the interview. I'm really creeped out by you. I work with the criminal insane, and you don't sound sane at all. So just come and ask me the questions and go.
Wait, you think I sound insane? I promise. I'm harmless. All I want to do is protect you. I'd never do anything to scare you or harm you.
This is super like just change the subject for once.
Yes, I'm so sorry. What question would you like me to ask you next? And I know I'm sorry again. I just want to make sure you're safe. You wouldn't want any harm to befall you.
Yeah. No, bye, bye. I'm getting up. See you.